Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have the breadnut or the seedy breadfruit, Artocarpus camansi, a species of Papua New Guinea, which is nowadays quite widespread on lots of islands of Polynesia, and seems to form extensive forests where it's kind of dominant. Well, it's being described as an underused resource. I don't know if it's underused because they don't harvest it from the wild or because they don't grow it enough. But it's not that they don't harvest it, they do harvest it, and they have spread it throughout the tropics. Basically everywhere it can grow. In Africa and the Caribbean it does grow. Well, it's very similar to the breadfruit, Artocarpus altilis, and actually when it's young you can fry the flesh like breadfruit flesh. And actually this one was ripe and I ate the flesh. Breadfruit tastes like a pretty boring avocado, and this tastes like a pretty boring breadfruit, like a pretty boring avocado. But this is the good part, the seeds, because in Polynesia both breadfruits were cultivated side by side, and this one was actually usually more revered because of the seeds. You can eat the flesh, but basically people usually don't bother to eat the flesh of this one. I boiled the seeds. I wanted to boil them for 30 minutes, but since I had to open some coconuts, I boiled them for 40 minutes. So those seeds could be a little bit overboiled. Well, those are raw. And you see that the seeds, I took them out of a fully intact fruit, but it seems that they germinated already on the tree. So yeah, overcooked germinating seeds. I've eaten other Artocarpus species, the seeds of other Artocarpus species, and yeah, they were quite good. So let's see. I ate for the first time the fresh one today, and it tasted like fresh peanuts. I've eaten fresh peanuts only once, but those tasted like fresh peanuts. Later I'll eat them to compare them with the boiled ones. Well, here is a pretty soft one. I boiled them with a bit of salt. Those don't really taste like chestnuts, they taste more like potatoes. They have something of a chestnut, but more of a potato. But yeah, they are good. Overcooked, as I said, that's why I can squeeze them out like this. They are supposed to be a bit more firm, but still, yeah, not bad. Let's try a more firm one. A bit more firm inside, but not much. Definitely an interesting experience. Funny I overcooked them, because even overcooked chestnuts don't taste like much. Let's try the raw one for comparison. Pretty tough. Yeah, it has the flavor of raw uncooked peanut. Definitely. And the flavor is a bit similar to that of raw beans or peas, but it's definitely the flavor of a peanut. Yeah, not a bad thing. If you're in the tropics where you don't have chestnuts and such stuff, I think this is totally a very interesting fruit / nut to forage. The nut is really much more interesting than the fruit. In this case, very good, glad I tried it. If I happen to be in an area where they are abundant, I will try them again. So folks, this was the breadnut or seedy breadfruit, Artocarpus camansi. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos, in this case from the beautiful island of Tenerife, where it grows mostly in botanic gardens. And of course don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.